Okay, so welcome back to this video. And now it's the demo time and let's check out how you can jailbreak an iOS device. So over here, you can see that my iOS device is connected. I'm simply going to go on to the about section. And over here, you can see that my software version, which I'm using is 15.7.2. You can see that this is my iPhone name and it's 15.7.2. And I'm going to go on to the Palarin official GitHub repo, which is an ideal jailbreak for this version of 15.7.2. So over here, I'm going to go on to the official GitHub repo, and I'm simply going to go on to my terminal, and I'm going to go inside the Palarin repository. Okay, you can download the Palarin repository by using a simple command as git clone. The same command has been mentioned over here at the bottom. Okay, there's a tutorial which you can find over here, and you can simply clone the repo using this particular command, which is git clone dash dash recursive dash dash depth equals to 1 and the GitHub repo. Once you are inside the repo, all you have to do is use this very simple command called as /pelerin.sh dash dash tweaks. After you perform tweaks, you have to give your iOS version. Okay, so we are running on 15.7.2. We are going to mention 15.7.2. Okay, and I'm going to mention the okay, so it's 15.7.2, and I'm going to mention a flag called as semi-tethered. Now, why am I mentioning this particular flag? Is because I want my device to restart normally even if it gets switched off. Okay, so I do not want my device to be dependent on a computer or a third party application while restarting, and it should restart normally. Okay, okay, there's an issue with the command. We forgot a dot, so we are going to rectify it. And once we hit enter, it's going to install certain tools. Okay, so for example, Gaster is not installed. We have to press any key to install it. And now you can see that my device has been switched to the recovery mode. Okay, so once you see that my device has been switched to the recovery mode, it's now waiting for my device to get into the DFU mode. Now there are certain things which you have to understand or which you have to perform before you launch this particular command. First and foremost is that your device should be connected with a USB Type A adapter. Okay, your device should be connected with a USB Type A adapter. Secondly, this command will only work in Linux systems or Mac OS system. Again, if you're using a Linux system, please make sure that your Linux computer is not running on a virtual machine. Your computer should be having a separate Linux or dual booted Linux with Windows. You cannot run these commands on a virtual Linux machine. Okay, so you have to make sure about that as well. Thirdly, check out which iOS version you are currently running for. If you are running 15.7.0 and above, then and only then this Palarin jailbreak is going to work for you, or else it's not going to work for you. And finally, once all of these three steps have been performed, we can run the particular Paladin command, and it's going to tell you to press enter whenever you're ready for the DFU mode. Now, what is DFU mode? DFU mode is a mode wherein all of your functional units are going to work. Okay, it's a data recovery mode. It's a mode wherein your device gets restored, and it's a mode wherein your kernel is going to get patched. Okay, so we are going to run inside the DFU mode. Now, how do you perform a DFU mode? All the steps would be given over here. Please make sure that you perform it very religiously. Okay, even a slightest mistake will directly throw you out into the recovery mode. Okay, so you have to hold the volume down button and side button for 5 to 6 seconds. After doing that, you have to release the side button and you have to keep pressing the volume down button for the rest 10 to 11 seconds. Once that is done, once it is perfect, you would be seeing something called as device entered DFU mode. And now you just have to sit back and relax, and the kernel is going to get patched automatically. Okay, so it's going to download certain repositories, it's going to patch certain kernels. We are not going much into details of how this particular exploit is going to work, but it's going to patch the kernel for you. Okay, so let's wait a moment and let this entire process be running. Okay, guys, meanwhile, this process is running. I just want you to inform that all the steps for running this Ballerine jailbreak, I will be writing it down inside a document format so that it is easy for you guys to refer. And I would be putting it inside the notes section so you can download it from there. Okay, so these are certain steps which is happening. Let's wait a moment until all of these steps gets completed. Okay, so it's going to take some time for this. And okay, so let's wait a moment, and after the entire process is completed, I will be showing you the further steps. Okay, guys, so now as you can see that all the steps have been performed, and now you can see that there's a application which was installed onto my iOS device, which was Ballerine. Okay, it might ask you to enter into DFU mode for one or two more times. If you, and once your device gets restarted, you have to wait for around 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, your screen will go blank and it's going to refresh. Okay, now this thing of the screen going blank and being refreshing is called as respringing. Okay, what's respring? Respring is when your entire device gets restarted without actually restarting. Okay, so all of your applications gets restarted, your cache gets cleared, your memory gets cleared, everything. Okay, so that's what we call as respringing. Remember this term. For 30 seconds, you have to wait. After 30 seconds, your device is going to get respring. And once your device gets respring, you'll be seeing an application called as Ballerine. So as you can see over here, there's an application called as Ballerine. All you have to do is go inside Ballerine and click on install. Make sure that you are connected using your Wi-Fi because it's going to download certain processes. And yes, let the installation happen. So I'm going to fast forward this for a while, and you'll be seeing a request for permission. You have to click on always allow. And again, once you click on always allow, you have to tap on that respring button. Okay, so your device again would be restarted if you click on the respring button. And yes, click on the home button, open it up. And now you can see that there are two more applications which have been installed. One is called as the substitute. We are going to learn in detail of what substitute is in the further sections. One is called as Celio. Okay, what's Celio? Celio is basically a third-party application. I'm going to tell you more about Celio in the upcoming session as well. Substitute is basically going to help you to inject tweaks. What are tweaks? We'll be learning as those as well. And Celio is going to help you to install those tweaks. Okay, so how you can install, what all you have to do, we are going to learn in the further section. For now, just make sure that your Celio and substitute is working perfectly fine. Okay, if you face any error, do not worry at all. Simply run the Ballerine process all over again. Okay, you can restore your iPhone if you wish to. You have to run the Ballerine process all over again. You can contact me if you have any doubts for the same as well. Okay, so this was it for this video, guys. Thank you.